today we are on our third day of our Hawaii adventure. We're going to be leaving Kona and making our way to Oahu, and we're going to be staying by Waikiki just because I wanted to, I guess, on our first ever vacation here. I'm excited to see what they have to offer on this island and see if there's like any major differences and whatnot. And today I chose like a really tropical I chose a tropical dress and matching earrings and just like pink eyeshadow and whatnot. So yeah, thank you guys so much. So to begin our trip, we start back off at the Kona airport. Again, loving the open structure and whatnot. It was a little bit confusing as to like how to get to our airplane because it's not like a typical gated structure. And so we made our way there, and the plane ride itself was probably like 30 minutes. And it was really cool to be able to see the other islands as you were flying across the ocean. The Honolulu airport is like a normal airport with normal gates, unlike the Kona airport, and I love that they had kind of like this garden that was in the middle of it, and it embraced Zen vibes. We then made our way to our hotel, which was Coconut Waikiki. I really liked the hotel because it was not only affordable, but they had like water stations and free breakfast every morning, so it was really nice. And yeah, the place was like newly renovated, so I really appreciated that. And the room that they gave us was super spacious, and it had its like own balcony features and amenities that were just like really nice compared to the Airbnb, and there was way more privacy, of course. The hotel was only about 5 to 4 blocks away from Waikiki Beach, and we decided to go enjoy the warm water on our first day there. We then finished and went to Duke's, and we had some spam musubi. Well, I did because Elias is vegan. And then for dinner, I decided to try the Loco Moco. And it was amazing. It was really good and just a huge portion size. For the next day, which was a Friday, we decided to go to the Polynesian Center to experience a luau because we had never experienced one, and we decided that the island of Oahu might be a better experience for that. And so what was amazing about the Polynesian Center is that they actually have an option for transportation. It's on the North Shore, so it does take about like an hour to get to from the South Shore. The mountain path is like really gorgeous when you're like in the passenger seat on the highway, and I just use that time to really explore and look at the mountains. And then we arrived at the Polynesian Cultural Center, and we're a little bit confused as to like what we were supposed to do, but luckily like we found a group of people and we kind of just went along with them, and we had a wonderful tour guide who gifted us with leis and then kind of took us on a beginning tour of where we were supposed to go. So the tour starts off with the canal, and you go through the canal and you're able to see a lot of the different Polynesian cultures. And it's super large because there's 7 Polynesian cultures that are in there. One of the first stops we made was that we got to try poi, which is native to Hawaii, and it's taro root that's in a paste. And you kind of pair poi with something that's kind of like protein, so like it's almost like fufu, where you're gonna pair it with something that kind of has like a umami taste. And then we explored some of the dances. I believe this was the Tahiti culture, and then we saw a fire dance as well, and that was in the Samoa part of the village. And it was just so amazing seeing how like everybody was very like athletic and like so talented in everything that they did. Like some people climbed coconut trees, some people were able to like master like all forms of dancing, because at the end of the night there is a large presentation of all 7 cultures. Something that they had was hands-on activities, so we were able to kind of make a fish out of palm trees. And it took me a while and I needed a lot of help, but this was kind of what we made at the very end of it. And overall, this is a must-do activity, I think, if you are visiting Hawaii for the first time ever. Like, it was just so fun and amazing. The environment was just so beautiful and picturesque. And the luau had amazing food and entertainment. Like, oh my goodness, everything about the luau tasted amazing. And the presentation at the end was also amazing too. But I wasn't allowed to take any video or photography because they don't allow people to. But most of these performers are students at the university next door, and I just think that what they're contributing to is just an amazing cause, and they're so talented, and I wish them the best of luck in everything. And yeah, I really recommend the Polynesian Center. Hey guys, so after the Polynesian cultural event, we went straight to sleep because we didn't get back till like 11 o'clock. It's breakfast time, and then today we're gonna go to Pearl Harbor. So for Pearl Harbor, I made sure to wear black because it still is an active cemetery for the naval officers that unfortunately passed away during that incident. So in regards to Pearl Harbor, there were about, I think, almost around 2,000 naval men that died that day due to a surprise attack from the Japanese. There's been a lot of reconciliation in regards to that throughout our history. So when you arrive to Pearl Harbor, you're going to go through the main entrance, but you're not allowed to bring any bags in, so that's just something to kind of take notice. And for the most part, you're going to be taking a boat out to go see the USS Arizona, which is that little white, like, curved building. And you can also see another museum that has a submarine, but we didn't do that because it cost extra money. And in regards to the USS Arizona Memorial, you get there and you just want to, observe it in silence and really pay attention to what happened during that day. Out of respect for the fallen soldiers, this was kind of the only picture I took in the actual memorial, just because I didn't want to make it seem like it was like a photo op opportunity or whatever. But I was really amazed by the architecture of the place and how, like, kind of like this, like, I think they're state troopers, I'm not quite sure, but like they gave us like a breakdown of what happened with each ship and, like, yeah, the lasting history and impact of it. After that, we decided to go to the beach again and just, like, really kind of soak in what Hawaii is and what life is, just because of that sombering and humbling experience. So on our 6th day in Hawaii, we made sure to go to church because it was Sunday and we just wanted to start off the week correctly. Something about the church that I loved was, again, the architecture. And then after church, we walked to the beach because it was only like 1 block away. Hey guys, today we're on a snorkel turtle cruise thing. It's going to be really fun. There's going to be like squid and starfish as well, hopefully. Yeah, this is the views. And we're like super excited. We signed up for the snorkeling adventure from, I think it was TripAdvisor. It was about $50 to partake in, but they take you off the coast of Waikiki to a shallow kind of like coral reef where there's a lot of turtles and fish and like squids and starfish apparently. And so yeah, we made our way to that area. It took about like maybe like 20-30 minutes from the shore to get to where we needed to go, just because there's a lot of people in the Waikiki beach, so you just have to avoid hitting them. And then they provided us snorkeling gear. We put it on and just made our way into the water. Today was a little bit colder, but yeah, we were really excited to look at some more sea turtles because I didn't get to see any, but on the black sand beach in our previous video. But here is a video of one of the turtles that we saw, and a ton of the fish, like zebrafish and whatnot. And yeah, it was just really amazing. At times it did get really crowded though because there's other groups there, but otherwise it was a good experience and relatively inexpensive. Today marks a week of us being in Hawaii, and we're gonna go climb Diamond Head Crater. I think that's what it's called, right?
Diamond Head.
Yeah, Diamond Head Crater. And
Crater,
then,
it's not a crater.
it is, whatever. And then we're gonna try to go surfing on the beach. So stay tuned. We started the day off with the $20 Duke's all-you-can-eat breakfast, and let me just tell you that food was superb. And then after sitting down for a little bit, we decided to walk to Diamond Head to kind of walk off all the food that we ate. It does take about like an hour because it's like 2 miles away to get to. And then when you get to Diamond Head, there is an entrance fee. And so yeah, we just continued to walk all the way there. It was super hot that day, and I needed to take several breaks just to even get into the park because like the 2 miles themselves were not really shaded. But anyways, yeah, we continued to make our way into the Diamond Head Crater, going past the car tunnel. When we made it to the top, it was so breathtaking to see like almost everything of Waikiki from the top of the crater. Like, it was so gorgeous, so scenic, like something straight out of a movie. And yeah, I was thoroughly pleased with the hike. I think in total for that day we did about like 5 miles of hiking, and then afterwards we went to the beach and tried to surf, and then went home and rested. Overall, I definitely recommend hiking the Diamond Head Crater because it's not that hard to do. I recommend driving there though, so you're not too tired. Hey guys, today is our last day, full day in Hawaii, and we have it filled with fun adventures like shark diving, food land, and going to the Byodo Inn temple. So stay tuned. The shark diving adventure, it was free cage, and we were going to be swimming with Galapagos sharks, and so we had to go to the North Shore for that. And when we got there, we went on kind of like a speedboat, and we really went into the middle of the ocean. Like, we were so far from the coast. I was like, oh oh my gosh, but the boat was so fast. And then when we got there, we made sure to listen to the instructors and how to be respectful towards the sharks. And then we got in and swam along with them. I kept the audio on for this so that you could hear that there were whales nearby as well. But the sharks were friendly. They didn't bother us. We didn't bother them. It was nice. And then we randomly saw a dolphin too while we were with the sharks, which was like a nice experience because none of the instructors had ever really seen a dolphin come this far out to be with the sharks. So it was just really cool. I got to see a dolphin for the first time ever in the ocean. And yeah, and the sharks as well. I highly recommend this experience as well. Yeah. We then made our way over to the Byodo Inn temple. It's kind of far. It's like an hour from where we were at. And again, we made sure to like pay attention to the nature that was surrounding us on our way there. When we were there, we were met with the beautiful like koi pond and just beautiful architecture. So the Byodo Inn, I believe, is still an active temple. It's surrounded by a cemetery. So, just come in respectfully, make sure you're dressed respectfully. You're allowed to kind of bang the bell and also just really take in the nature that is in the Byodo Inn. Our next and final stop was Foodland, and we went there around dinner time to grab some poke, as one of our friends recommended. She lived in Hawaii, and she said that Foodland has some of the best and freshest poke, and I was thoroughly convinced that they did. I grabbed this like lemon citrus water, and then they had poi also as well to pair with the poke. But in terms of what I got for the poke, I got, I think, like a smoked taco, which is octopus, and then also salmon as well. And my boyfriend got smoked oysters because he does sometimes get protein from fish as well. So it was just so good, and overall it was cheap, and it was probably one of the best meals we had while we were there. So thank you so much, Foodland. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this vlog. I made sure that everything was affordable. Our flights were $500. Hotel stay was also around $300 to $500. Just made sure to budget it. And just to be respectful of the people that are there, wearing my mask when I'm around other people so that nobody else catches COVID. And it is truly one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I highly recommend you go if you can, go during the off season. And we went in March, so that's when everything was kind of cheaper and whatnot, and to just live humbly and to live your life. And thank you so much, and as they say in Hawaii, mahalo for watching this video, and please feel free to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. I hope that you too are able to go to Hawaii. Bye.